Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today's lead code daily challenge is Night Dialer. This is a medium level question. So let's see the question description now. So we have been told that we have a chess knight and it has a very unique movement as it moves two square vertically and one square horizontally, or two squares horizontally and one square vertically, which is basically the formation of L in this way, or L in this way, or this way, or this way. Basically we are forming an L either in a straight manner or a vertical or a horizontal manner or in a reverse manner. So here we have the movement of the chess knight given. So if we have a chess knight here, it can move in this direction, it can move in this direction, it can move in this direction. In the same way we have been given all the directions in which the chess knight can move. So what they have told here is we have a chess knight and a phone pad also. Now the chess knight can only stand on a numeric cell, okay, which has been given as blue here, okay. So the chess knight can only stand from 1 2 3 to 9 and 0. It cannot go on to asterisk and hashtag, okay. So if we have a chess knight on 1, it can go to 6 and it can go on 8, right. So this is the two way in which the chess knight from 1 can go. In the same way, if the chess knight is on 5, let's see whether it can move or not. It was supposed to move here, right. So here it cannot move. Same way, it cannot even go in this direction, it cannot even go in this direction. Here also it has been blocked, so not in this direction also, and neither it can go in this direction. And when we move to this side, that is also not possible. So whenever the chess knight is on 5, it won't be able to move in any direction. So while solving this question, the basic approach that we will be using will be, we will first create all the possible directions in which the chess knight can move. Now let's see the rest of the question. They have told that we have been given an integer, okay, and we need to return how many distinct phone numbers of length n can we dial, okay. So if we have been given n is equals to 1, like we have been given here, so what does n minus 1 means? That we cannot jump anywhere, right, because the number of jumps will become as 0. So what we can do is we can stay on that exact same place and we cannot move anywhere, right. So basically, as they have told that we can initially start from any position, okay. So what can we do? That we can either stay on 1 or 2 or 3. In the same way, we can stay on any of the 10 digits, right. So what we have to return here, that we can stand on any digit, and the thing is we cannot move though, because the number of jumps becomes 0. Also they have told that the answer can be very large, so we need to return the modulo of it, okay. So let's see the approach of this question. This question basically will be using dynamic programming, because we need to get all the ways possible, right. So we had to do recursion, and recursion after getting optimized will give a dynamic programming solution, right. So the first step, we as we are aware of, we had to create all the possible direction in which the chess knight can move, right. So first we will create an array, right? Like we can call it either directions or array as we like. So I will be calling it here directions. Okay, so what we have to do here, we will basically be storing here the directions that are possible from each each number. Okay, so like when we are on 1, right, so where we can move, we can either go till 6 or we can go to 8, right? So we will declare an array and we will store 6 and 9 here. Okay, in the same way for 2 we will store, so from 2 where we can go to 9 and we can go to 7, right? So we will store here 7 and 9. For 3 we will store, so what we will get, 4, we will get 8, we will note it. In the same way we will store all the values from each number. Okay, so now we have all the possible moves from each number in an array. So after that what we will do, we have the directions that are possible from each index. After this, what we will declare a dp. Okay, this dp will be storing all the possible values, that is the total number of the total number of values that the total number of values or the total number of number that can be formed, right? Different numbers that we were supposed to form, so we will be forming from that. Now for dp what we will have, we will declare two-dimensional dp and it will store 10 values in each row. Okay, so the number of rows will be equal to n. So I will store from 0 to n and it will have 10 values in each row. Okay, now we have the dynamic programming declared. After that what we have to do, now we will take a nested loop and in that nested loop we will iterate through the dp so that we can get the maximum number of night moves that are possible, right? So what we will do, we will take nested loop where if we have I, then I will start from 0 to n. Okay, and j will start from 0 to 10, right? Because each row has only 10 values, and since we have 10 values, so it will go till 9. Okay, now it will go to 9. Now we have the values, we have to store the all possible values in the dp. So in order to get all the possible values, we will check it from the directions array, right? So from the directions we have to get all the possible values. Now in this part we will be updating the dp to get all the possible values for each number, right? Because initially we can start from any number, we can start from 1 or 2 or 3, it is our choice, right? So we will have a very large value. Now if we are on one index, right, means one index, so it can have like the total number of possible values as 10. Just I am just considering it now. So we need, and for 0 it can have like 20, let's consider it as 20, right? So now what we have to do, all of them will have some possible values, right? So what we have to do here, we have to return the sum of the entire dp. So what we will do, we will sum the dp, take the sum of dp till n minus 1, right? If the length of array is 10, then we will take 9, right? Or the total number of jumps is 10, then we will take here value as 9. So we will take sum till dp of n minus 1 and we will take the mod of it, right? here the mod value is equals to 10 power 9 plus 10 power 9 plus 7, and we will return this value. Okay, so let's move on to the code. Whatever little doubts we'll have, it will be clear with that. So let's see the code now. I have already defined some of the things, like I have defined all the directions or moves that are possible. Okay, so these are the different possible moves for the knight, and I have declared the mod value, and I have already initialized the two-dimensional DP, which will be storing all the number of ways that are possible. So now what we have to do? After this, we had to iterate in a nested loop, which will start from 1 to n, and the inner loop will be going from 0 to 9, right? So j in range of 10. Now what we have to do here, we need to get all the possible values, right? So dp of I and j will be storing all the possible values that are that can be done at a given index. So we will take sum of dp from the previous index and k. Okay, now what is k here? We will have k declared here for k in moves of j. If we expand it properly, so what we are getting here is, if we consider this as a loop, right? We have the given moves here for, like, if we are on 0th index, we need to get all the possible values here, right? So what we need to do here is, for k, that is, if we are on 0th index, so we will get this possible value, which is 4 comma 6, and it will take the sum from the previous index, right? So this is the way that we will be continuing. Now we have the sum, and here only the, if we are calculating the sum, and the value will start getting accumulated. So to prevent the value from getting very high, what we will do, we will take the mod here also. So we will take mod here, and this is how the value will get updated. This is the main step. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are iterating in the, let's say, in the moves array, right? So we have taken all the possible moves one by one, and we are summing it up in our dp. Okay, so now we have all the possible values in each and every index of the array, index, or in every cell that is possible. So what we have to do here, now we will return the sum. So we will return the sum of dp till n minus 1. Okay, so we will return the sum of dp, and since value can be large, so we have to return the mod. Let's run it. We'll try to submit it. So this code has been accepted. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you found this video even a little bit helpful, please let me know, and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification, so that you will be notified every time I post a new video regarding any LeetCode daily challenges. Also, I will be posting 30 days of JavaScript challenge from LeetCode. You can check out that playlist too also. Thank you.